The question for today is it worth having people friends? And these friendships on this level, because previously when I had a lot less friendships or relationships that dug deep inside of me, or when I'm able to detach from it more easily, I'm able to live in the way that I want to, and I don't get so hurt. Or if I'm talking more to safe people, we're safe people by like people in the same stage of life as you, where there's that special resonance. And they're total, because I am very deeply hurt on a daily basis by, I don't know, I don't know, perhaps it is things that just people just don't, people on the other side of things barely notice or don't really pay attention to. These things upset me, and I just feel lots of these relationships, friendships, have lots of just angst on my end. I feel a lot of angst, and I have it with me, and it's sometimes really difficult to disconnect from that when I get like further and I feel really deeply touched by this relationship. And then something happens that I feel I've done something wrong, or there's like a miscommunication, and I sort of, while that dissonance is in play, I find it very difficult to go back to myself. And I used to find that much more easy, because it was easier to be detached. But now I have the opportunity, and these things that I've been wanting for so long, it's really easy. I don't feel like I'm living entirely the way that I want to. Like, there are certain habits and things and ways that I know that I benefit a lot of, like when I read or I do certain practices and certain things that I have, or just certain habits that I used to do a lot more that were really these habits that I felt really made me, and they're a lot more, like, it's a lot more difficult to, like, I just constantly want to self-soothe. Like, it's so much more difficult to read a book or just spend time just because I'm in a lot of discomfort, and I can't chill, I can't leave it alone. I think that's a thing. I feel like I need to be doing something now, but then also it's difficult to sort out, and there's not really, well, there is a way of communicating, but it would be difficult, or sometimes I feel like it's not the right time to bring it about, or I procrastinate it, and I just sort of have to sit with it. So it is a bit my fault. Like, I've been up all night, not doing, not, I'm not proud of myself. And I just wanna, why is it so black and white? Like, me and then people, like, maybe if I did completely detach, that would be alright. But that's hard, you know. How do I go on the in-between? Because every time I feel like I'm in the in-between, it's more towards people. Like, I really need to maybe more closely monitor that. It's really... And I have all these thoughts and narratives that I make up that might not even be applicable in the slightest. And I don't know, I place so much shame on it sometimes, because sometimes it's like it might not even be crossing other people's minds. But the more shame I put on it, it just becomes bigger. Because sometimes I do feel things and they are real, that other people do not notice. But sometimes I just think I'm a bit mad. There are so many little nuances and things that could be dived into. But there's no time for that. Or it's not a pleasant texture of conversation. I think sometimes I say things that people don't know how to respond to, or it might be uncomfortable to, but I need to, and you know, it's easy to avoid, and maybe that's the time when I need to insist. Or not. So difficult to know what to do. Because I feel living more honestly would be creating a lot more confusion and kerfuffle and needlessness, needless faff emotionally. How can I make the emotional way I feel in friendships more productive? How can I streamline and remove all the faff from our emotional learning? Isn't that a lovely thought? Isn't that lovely? And I feel like it's all me, you know? I don't feel like other people. When I feel like it'd just be me bringing that to people. I don't feel like they would, like maybe I'd feel a right to faff, to potentially introduce faff if other people potentially introduce faff, but I don't think that's the case. And should I force things also? Because I think that a lot of times I fall into situations because it has to happen, and I do learn things. And I think that happens with a lot of people. A lot of people put me in situations, like other people force things because that's the way they are and they have to do that. And then I learn things from that, and it happens like that, and I maybe get to know people that I didn't know, that I wouldn't have chosen to. And so I guess this is me deciding, do I become more proactive in that, which again I don't feel like I have much of a right to, because the way I'm trying to connect with people was, you know, asking them to meet me in the middle. But I feel like that would have to be sort of cosmic event where the science is just right and you sort of watching for the other side. And so I think that would be really beautiful. So sometimes I'm like, oh, that would be really beautiful. Maybe, yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm waiting for that to happen. But then it's like, no, it's not going to happen if you don't make it. What are you waiting for? But, you know, that's my dream. You know, I need a sign. Cosmic event, because I'm going to eclipse this little light here.